It's me when I step over here. It's me when I go like this. Oh, it stopped. So good morning. See? Guess I won't do that. It only happens when I do this. See? Yep, that's it. Okay, won't do it anymore. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. Oh, no, it's doing it when I don't. I am just a powerful one, and so are you. That's what we could say, and so are you. It dawned on me last night that as I've already decided that the theme this month would be living out loud as a mystic, that really we're wrapping up a whole year of living out loud. I mean, that was the theme for the whole year of 2023, and here we're coming to a close of 2023, and how perfect. I didn't do that intentionally, but how perfect. And so I just want to remind you, you may want to go back, look through your journal notes or some of our YouTube messages or something to see the journey that we've taken on living out loud. Living out loud. We had several of us join the CSL speaker series online last week to hear Sean Ginwright. He's on the front of the magazine. He's the Science of Mind hero for 2023. And he's really a fascinating person, but he was talking about shedding. Shedding. As in, he's always shedding, releasing things so that he can be fully the best him that he's here to be, shedding fears and worries and anything that keeps us from living out loud. Living out loud. So when I went back and looked, I thought, isn't that cool? Because we embraced curiosity this year, vulnerability, truth, passion, purpose, paradox, and so it's kind of fun to go back and look and see maybe how we've grown. One of those months was the light in the dark. Well, isn't that a mystical idea? Yeah, it is. So this month, living out loud as a mystic, we're doing that in the midst of the holidays, the holy days. And how can we stay out of the frenzy? What can we release so that we really can have a deep experience of the holy days? So I'm very excited. Thursday was Bodhi Day, commemorating the day that Buddha, found enlightenment, and it was also the beginning of Hanukkah. So, of course, that we call that the Festival of Lights or the Miracle of Lights. And it was when a group of Jewish fighters, warriors, the Maccabees, fought against the Greek Syrian army of their temple in Jerusalem. So dedication is what Hanukkah means. So it's a rededication, because when they went in there to claim back their temple, to light the candle, there was only enough oil for one day. What a pitiful kind of celebration, right? But miraculously, it lasted 8 days. And of course, that enlightenment of Buddha's has lasted more than 2,500 years. Yeah. So, during the holy days, let us just take this moment to tap into what might be an intention that we could hold out here for this next hour. An intention on the heart, an intention from heart and mind. I invite you to hold that intention for yourself during the holy days, during this idea of being Buddha-like, being a mystic. And what I know and affirm is that we are already that. Immersed in, surrounded by, made of, called forth from the infinite realm of all possibility into this thing called life to have exactly that heart-desired experience. And so what I affirm is an experience, an awakening, an enlightenment, a heightened awareness of that with which we desire. That it is already here. We are surrounded by it, immersed in it. And we can't help but feel it and experience it this day, here, now, through the music, through the message, through the meditation, the sharing, the beauty of nature. All divine avenues, all an awakening of consciousness here to serve the fulfillment of spirit, living itself freely, fully, uniquely, authentically, in, as, and through each one of us. I claim that truth right here, right now for myself and each one of us. And so I let it be, knowing that it is already so in the mind of God. I claim it here now in our experience. And so it is. Yeah. So, Matthew Frost is here to play with us this morning. And I say with us, for us, but with us in that playground, in that fun space of spirit. So have at it, my love.
Thank you so much. That was a piece called The Snowman. I wish I wrote that one. It's a old cartoon, watercolor cartoon. Look it up on YouTube, called The Snowman, about a child that builds a snowman and they end up flying together in the sky. It's one of the most beautiful images, and this piece plays through the whole thing in all these variations. Check it out. It's really cool for the time of the season too. Yep.
Nice. Always such a treat for Matt to be here. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. Good morning, everyone. I'm Camille, and I have a reading to you today from a book that I've read from before, Spiritual Literacy, Reading the Sacred in Everyday Life. And it takes us through the alphabet, and today is letter X. The letter X is often used to symbolize the unknown. In this alphabet of spiritual literacy, it signifies the great unknown at the center of the universe, the mystery. The first mystery is simply that there is a mystery that can never be explained or understood, only encountered from time to time. Nothing is obvious. Everything conceals something else. Spiritual awareness is born of encounters with mystery, Rabbi Lawrence Kushner tells us. The world is drenched in mystery, and no matter what we do, we can never cut through it all and grab hold of the answer, the explanation. X factors abound, upsetting our rational conclusions. German Catholic theologian Karl Rahner admits, "I must confess to you in all honesty that for me, God is and always has been an absolute mystery." That's the right spirit. Put away all the paraphernalia designed to unmask the creator of the universe. Let God be God. There are many theological questions which can be asked, even interesting ones, for which the truest answer this side of the grave is, I don't know. Episcopal Bishop James A. Pike states, "Who can understand the nature of evil or the reasons for great suffering in the world? Who can pin down why human beings are so prone to self-destruction? Reason comes up short trying to answer these piercing questions. The eye goes blind," the poet Rumi warns, "when it only wants to see why." Jewish theologian Martin Buber asserts real faith means holding ourselves open to the unconditional mystery which we encounter in every sphere of our life, which cannot be compressed into any formula. French writer Francis René de Chateaubriand has it right: "There is nothing more beautiful or sweet or great in life that is not mysterious." The erotic touch that stirs our desire, the majesty of a rainbow from horizon to horizon, the feeling of power in a sacred place, the voice of a deceased ancestor in our ears, the unconditional love of a pet, or I might add, a decorated Christmas tree. Accept the mystery of being loved by the divine magnet. Once that happens, nothing is accidental, casual, or futile anymore, notes Catholic priest and writer Henry Nouwen. You are hugged by the arms of the mystery of God, declares Hildegard of Bingen, a 13th century mystic. There's a mystic in every one of us yearning to play again in the universe. And here's one from Thich Nhat Hanh. We are here to awaken from the illusion of our separateness. Our desperate sense of community comes in mystical moments when we feel at one with all creation. The setting may be quite ordinary, the experience extraordinary. Thank you.
All right. I want to do this one, speaking of mystics. I'm going to go into eventually a song written by John Lennon. One of his last demos they found, I believe in the 90s, the guy from Electric Light Orchestra, Jeff Lynne, worked with the Beatles, and they made this track called Free as a Bird, and I love it so much, and it's one of the last John Lennon tracks released. But before that, I want to do kind of a meditational piece here that I write just sitting at my piano. I've talked many times about this here at the center. My best times for myself are when I'm just sitting at my piano in my living room with my window open. I did it this morning, playing this piece, checking it, see if I could still remember it. And I knew it was right when there was a bald eagle flew over, and right after I got done playing Free as a Bird. So I was like, well, I think I'll do that one today then. And it was just so beautiful out. And that's where my most inspiration comes from, and where I just let go and let my fingers take over and just kind of let my mind stop. And so let your mind stop right now, and just like Theresa said, I really like that. Let the things that don't serve you go this season, this special season now that we're in. It's a time to ask yourself, what if something doesn't serve you that you're doing? And we all have like these habitual things nowadays that we all get hung up on. If that habitual thing doesn't serve you anymore, and it's making you unhappy, and your life's actually pretty good and you're healthy and everything's going good, ask yourself, why are you doing this? And somebody said that to me recently, and I thought, that's so beautiful and profound. It's like, if anything is dragging you down, it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you torturing yourself? So just let that go. And this piece is in a time signature called 10-4. So it's odd, but picture your best self. You're 10. You're a 10, every one of you. So just picture like you being that, and it's kind of a circular piece here, kind of a musical mantra. Just kind of let yourself go here and let things go that don't serve you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Am I picking up my paper or am I bowing to Matthew? Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my God. And Camille, wow, that was spot on. Spot on. I want you to tell me that you were just drawn to it too. I know. That's awesome. Hey, Camille spoke of Hildegard van Bingen. I loaned my Hildegard book to someone. If you're here, can you get it to me this week? Because I want to talk about her next week. So, thank you, Matthew, and thank you, Camille. Oh, and thank you, all of you, for being here to have this conversation and to do this holy work in December. It's a holy invitation to connect with or to discover our inner mystic. It's just wonderful, wonderful. I've got some books up here. You can check them out if you want to later. This one here. This one here, Lama Shura Das. He says in here that the most basic, fundamental characteristic of Buddhism is the promise of enlightenment. And of course, that's what the process of Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, right? That was his process. So maybe it took him 49 days. Maybe that's a metaphoric number for us. It takes what it takes, right? Under the Bodhi tree. And we are all, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be tuning in from home or wherever you are. You wouldn't be sitting here in these seats if you weren't a seeker. Right? A seeker for the divine in your life, a seeker of enlightenment. Let's just call it what it is, right? Let's just say that. But we too, we get discouraged. We feel inadequate to the task. Sometimes we lose hope, that kind of thing. But there's, I found great inspiration when I was preparing for this in this book. I don't want to have the big loud noise here, but this one, oh my goodness, Portraits in Faith. Please come up and see this. This book by my friend Daniel Epstein is brilliant. It's beautiful, and there are so many mystics that he has interviewed, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people around the world that are like you on a journey, seeking the divine, seeking an understanding of this thing called life, the mystery that Camille read about. Modern day mystics, if you will, like the man in India who after 30 years of seeking enlightenment gave up and found it, right, and went on to be a guru to many others. Or the young Muslim man torn between Christianity and Judaism and Islam, wondering where he fit and what path he wanted to follow, until he had an experience of God, speaking to him, suggesting to him, asking him to follow his heart, to follow the beauty, to follow the light. And at a moment, he was filled with the joy of God. Filled with the joy of God. Or the woman who had felt lost. She felt lost and unworthy, sinful even. and traveled to a holy site, a Catholic holy site, where she saw a flash of light and the Virgin Mary and Jesus. And happiness fell upon her. A happiness, a depth, where she said she was flying. She was flying. She was so lifted, so elevated by this vision, this revelation to her. Some of these people in Daniel's book are famous. Richard Rohr's in there. Parker Palmer is in there. And some are not. Some are like you and I, right? Right. And one of the things that I realized in reading through the book last night, and Daniel alludes to this, is that we're never too old to seek the divine. And there's no one path in order for us to do it, no one prescribed way of doing it. But yet there's evidence of the divine all around us. Oh, I feel that here. On this patio, when we're able to open the doors and to be immersed in the beauty here at the Sarasota Garden Club, I feel it. I feel the divine. Anyone, everyone, you can have that experience of the miraculous. So there's many common traits, though, characteristics of a mystic. But everyone is already a mystic. The Buddha is within, right? The Christ is within, that Christ consciousness that each and every one of us has access to at any given time. In an instant, 49 days, a lifelong of searching? I don't know. But I know here now there are mystics. There are optimistics. There are some pessimistics in our group. Yeah, right? And among us, there are people here now that have had mystical experiences. I know that you have. It's an amazing, amazing journey, this thing called life. I want to utilize the work, some of the work, because there's a lot of the work of Matthew Fox. Brilliant man. He was a Catholic priest for 3 decades or more. Then went to the Episcopal Church, authored 37 books, one of which I hold in my hand. He's the founder of the Friends of Creation Spirituality. And at Parliament this year, when was I there? Was that August? Parliament of World Religions, and he has done this for the last 3, I think. That's so, maybe even 4. At the Parliament of World Religions, I got to be in his presence. I got to attend one of his cosmic masses. No pews. There's a dance floor. It's like a rave vibe, right? It's a rave. It is a rave. And so no pews. There's a screen, there's a DJ, there's music pumping, we're on the floor, we're dancing, there's concentric circles going in movement. It's amazing. We had a moment of sharing grief, where we genuflect, we're on the ground, we're kneeling, our foreheads are on the floor, and we're wailing, lamenting that universal, that shared grief. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You feel it. It was an amazing, amazing experience. His website, or their website, the Friends of Creation Spirituality, transcendence is everyone's need. We yearn for this, don't we? We have this deep, deep desire for this experience. That experience, the cosmic mass experience, is like getting high. It's like, wow. It's otherworldly experience. It's an otherworldly experience. And so this man who has a doctorate in history and a doctorate in theology, again, 37 books, in here he talks about what is the definition of a mystic. He's got 21. What's he call them? He calls them movable, what's he call them? 21 running, working, experiential definitions of mysticism. So he says, you really can't define the ineffable, right? You can't define or explain. Even our language falls short of being able to give us the words, right? The words. But I'm gonna try. So the first one, so there's 21. We're not doing 21 today. We'll do 6 today. Maybe we'll do 8 next week and 8, whatever, you can do the math. Experience. He says the first meaning of mysticism is spirit experience itself. Camille talked about that. It's an experience, right? Kabir, the great creation mystic of India in the 15th century, said this: I say only what I have seen with my own eyes, and you keep quoting scripture. Yeah. He goes on and says, experience, O seeker, is the essence of all things. It's the essence. The essence of all things. There's a little story in here about Martin Luther King Jr. And he had been receiving death threats, and they were going to stop the bus rides and that kind of thing. And he received a phone call one evening threatening him and his family, saying that if you aren't out of town in 3 days, we're going to blow your brains out. We're going to blow up your house. So he says he sat down. He sat at the table, and he thought about his beautiful daughter, and he thought about his wife, dedicated, devoted, loyal wife. And he discovered that religion had to become real, and he had to know God for himself. There, in that moment, then, he needed that. And so he bowed down over a cup of coffee. He says, I'll never forget, I prayed a prayer. I prayed it out loud that night. I'm faltering, I'm losing my courage. What can I do? He heard very clearly. Martin Luther, stand up for righteousness, stand up for justice, stand up for truth, and lo, I will be with you even until the end of the world. He knew he was not alone. He knew he was not alone. Yeah. Carl Jung talks about this experience too. He has a great way of explaining it. He tells this little story about if you read about a cow in a dictionary, it's quite a different thing than going to a farm and smelling a cow. Yeah? To know a cow is to experience a cow, not read about one. Who can argue with that, right? So the second characteristic or trait is non-dualism. Now that's something we talk about all the time here, right? That idea of unitive consciousness, of one thing, one source, one substance. It's within all life, right? One in, and we find that one, it was so perfect, Camille, in what you read. He's saying here, in lovemaking and in play, in music and in dance, in art of all kinds, in suffering and in letting it go. One. That one is there in the midst of all of that, in the midst of all of that. Walter Starkey, in his wonderful book, says, God and, anytime you say God and, is not it. God in, as, through. Yeah, not God and. Non-duality. One, unitive. Yeah. The third is compassion. This is very interesting. If we understand the one manifest in all life, then compassion, deep, deep compassion for oneself and for others is a natural, isn't it? It's the divine in form everywhere I look, everyone I speak with. Yeah. Matthew Fox is saying here that another name for the unitive experience is this compassion. And it could be even another name for mysticism, he's saying. Thomas Merton says that compassion is having a keen awareness of our interdependence, of that I don't live in a vacuum and everything I do affects everything and everyone around me and beyond, right? Truly, we're energetic beings. Around me and beyond, there's only that one. We're all made of the same stuff. We had a Sunday this year where Matthew was with us, right? And we talked about we're all star stuff, and you got to do your star stuff. Bobby and I just saw Wish, the Disney movie that's out right now, and she's singing to a star, wishing upon a star, right, in the movie. Yeah. And then there's this cosmic force, this little ball of boundless energy known as star in the movie that presents itself to her. Just beautiful, beautiful. Compassion and the availability, the readiness, the availability of spirit. And the fourth one is connection making. Now this goes, it's obvious, right? Then the next is that we really, mystics, see connections everywhere where they previously saw separation. Now everything is connected, everything is relational, everything has to do with something else, you know? He said we connect symbols and stories and myths and music and color and form and ritual with one another. Everything. It's like moving parts. Everything's connected to everything else. Yeah. We connect the past, the present, and the future. We connect with all sentient beings. Whereas there is that one. Yeah? Oh, I love it. And then number 5 is probably my favorite. Radical amazement. Radical amazement. Mystics have this radical sense of radical amazement about this thing called life, right? Abraham Heschel defines mysticism as radical amazement. Yeah, saying that awe is the beginning of wisdom. When you are in that place of awe, that comes from the mystical traditions out of Israel, this idea of the awesomeness of life. Einstein himself said that mystics have the ability to wonder, to marvel, to be in rapt awe. Oh, to me, that's so delicious. And he says that really is our purpose, our task in life, is to be in awe, to find that awe, that we never take life for granted, that we never be in that position of taking life for granted. To me, that's what living out loud is. Every day, it's exceptional. It's exciting. There's something to discover, right? Yeah. And then number 6 for us this morning is affirmations of wholeness, which of course is the CSL theme for this month that I chose not to participate in. But it's in the magazine, all these articles about wholeness, daily reads about wholeness. Gandhi said that mystics are never neutral. You know, you're not going to meet a mystic that's like ho-hum about life. You know, it's just, no, that's not a mystic. They're never cynical. They're never critical. They're never bitter. But they're attuned to the wholeness in life, the fullness in life, that dark and that light. Yeah? The wholeness, the whole thing, all of it, the loss and the joys. Yeah, all of it. It's a reminder for us to just be present with life itself. I love this. This is great. Andrew Weil, he talks about it in the book. Andrew Weil, Dr. Weil, he had a book on mysticism and drugs. Maybe you read it. I actually haven't read that one, so I don't know it. But he talks about how they found that there's similarities between the paranoid and the mystics, that they share a similarity. And here's what it is. The paranoid person believes in conspiracy, that the universe is against me, that there's a conspiracy going on, there's trouble afoot. And the mystic believes that, yeah, there's a conspiracy, all right. This universe is working for me all the time. It is working in, as, and through, and around me, and for me all the time. And our wholeness, our acceptance, our allowance of that lets it be, right? That's the wholeness. Affirmations of wholeness. This is indeed a friendly universe. This indeed is a beloved community where you can be seen and heard and felt and known and experience life. A playground. Yeah. There's an anonymous prayer that I want to share with you from the book. If your heart is open, then all of nature, life, and experience is the mystery of interconnection and an opportunity for communion. I'm going to ask Matthew to come up and play behind. We're going to do a little meditation, free-form meditation. We're going to do a meditation around these 6 characteristics. See if we can't have a taste of them. Yeah. If your heart is open, how about now we get ourselves in a posture of opening our heart and mind, dropping from the mind into the heart, relaxing and expanding our awareness beyond what maybe we've ever had before. If your heart is open, then all of nature, life, experience, is the mystery of interconnection and opportunity for communion. So let's go into communion now. I invite you to close your eyes. Soften your gaze. If you want to keep your eyes open, lower your gaze. And taking a few deep breaths is a great way to feel yourself come present into the moment. You breathe in deep. And relax and release. Bringing your awareness fully to your breath as you breathe in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. yourself fully grounded in the chair in which you sit, allowing yourself to relax with your full weight being supported. What a blessing it is to truly relax into the moment, relax into the time and the space that we find our body in right here, right now. Allow the body to rest. And in that rest of the physical body is an alivening, an awakening of consciousness. For I affirm for each one of us that we have the ability to relax and let go, and at the same time heighten the present moment. To be here now, fully, completely awake and alert. Open, receptive, and divinely inspired. Divinely inspired for an experience of that mystery of life. I invited you when we began our time together this morning to set an intention. Maybe bring that intention to mind now. Breathe it in, hold it close, and release it. Continuing to release into this present moment and widening our circle, our expansive thought. Knowing that right here, right now is indeed the presence. The divine presence, the allness, the fullness, that one that seeks expression in, as, and through the individual life, the individual body. Being unique to each one, it is also unitive throughout time and space and what appears to be separate bodies, separate lives, entities. There's a flow of life. Feel that flow. The one energy, the one light. Multiplied, diversified into unique experiences. We remain open, allow the heart to soften, to find compassion where otherwise there has been blame or fear feeling and experiencing the one life, the one flow, the one creative intelligence moving in as and through. Release judgment, control. Awakening to the allness, the fullness, the wholeness, the richness of life itself. And in this state of connectivity, allow yourself to feel the radical amazement, the excitement, the joy of this thing called life. Feel the mystery bring that sense of excitement and aliveness to a higher place than ever before. See it, feel it, experience it. Falling into the abyss of love, the realm of infinite possibilities. Let that ignite and excite. Realm of joy and unconditioned love and unitive consciousness, release. Simply let go. A deeper level. All that no longer serves. All that weighs us down. Leaning, lifting into that light. Into that freedom. Free as a bird. Absolutely free as a bird. Release the busyness, the clutter, the consumerism, and discover the mystic within. The mystic that wants to dance through the holy days. To be light and free. This I affirm for each one of us. This peace, this deep love, this deep knowing, this experience of the one in, as, and through. I'm so grateful. So it is.
like the beat, beat, beat of the tom-tom when the jungle shadows fall, like the tick-tick-tock of the stately clock as it stands against the wall. Like the drip, drip, drop on the raindrops when the summer showers are through. So this voice within me keeps repeating you. Night and day, you are the one. Only you, dear, 'neath the moon and under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Night and day, day and night. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? And the roaring traffic's boom, and in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Night and day. dedicate that to everyone here. Thank you for being with me today. I love playing here so much. Thank you.
So I want to take this experience. Stay here with me. Feel that harmony, that frequency, the vibration. Feel it. Perhaps breathe it in. If you want to close your eyes, continue to close your eyes, but feel that vibration that elicits a sense, a sensation of being blessed, of being blessed. Let the light awaken in you. Let those vibrations fall out through every one of your cells and tissues. And know that that feeling of being blessed is a sensation of great, deep gratitude. And know that just behind the blessed feeling is the sensation of being the blessing. Each one of us, a gift, holding the gifts, holding the transformative power that comes to us by way of knowing the Creator. The blessed and the blessing working together. Blessing, using those gifts to emanate, radiate, come out from you in all directions. To the ones you're sitting next to bringing it into every aspect of your life. Yes. In this moment, I speak these 3 affirmations as you listen. Have them be part of your heart, your being from head to toe. I am the spirit of infinite plenty individualized. I am boundless abundance in radiant expression. And what is expressed in love must be returned in full measure. Here in this community, we're filled with love and gratitude. And as we give our gifts, as we give our blessings, let us say thank you for knowing that light that is so awake and so alive in us. And if you take your gifts and your blessings and you hold them close to that part of your body where you have felt blessed, know that they fill the hearts of everyone in this community and beyond. So I give great gratitude for all that we contribute as a family, as a community, and all that we do individualized and collectively, that we bring it out into our community to help support and bring resources to those in need, that we can continue to be that transformative power. I release this into the mind of God. And so it is.
Thank you, Effie, and let's sing together. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
I wanted to stay in that moment, but let me say that my name is Ethelyn Enos. I'm a spiritual practitioner with this beautiful community. And I am so blessed to be back here. I have been gone almost 6 months. And I've watched you from afar. And I've been part of you from afar. And I love you all. And I am blessed to be here. Our dear Jim Grove, another spiritual practitioner with this community, was not feeling well. And he called me and gave me the opportunity to be here. So I give thanks for that. Shall I start with some announcements? Okay, we have some really exciting news. A class, in which case you will know that New Thought is at its best when principles become so transparent in your daily living that you come alive every minute to know that transformative power. This class starts January 9th. It's known as Spiritual Practices and Principles. It is taught by our beloved Kathleen Frankert. I have taken classes with her. She's wonderful. It is going to be a 5-week course online via Zoom, Tuesday evenings from 6 to 8:30, starting January 9th. And this includes a PDF version of the workbook. There are scholarships. There are installment plans available. The givingness of this community is ongoing. So if you are remotely interested, don't stop, do it. And then we have another exciting event starting the next day, January 10th. And that is a class called Essential Ernest Holmes. And this gives you an understanding and an appreciation for the wisdom of our forefather, Ernest Holmes. It's a wonderful class. The book is Essential Ernest Holmes, written by Jesse Jennings. It's 10 weeks online via Zoom, Wednesdays 6 to 9. It ends March 27th. There are 2 Wednesdays that you have off in that period of time. That's why it goes to March 27th. Again, PDF version of the workbook, scholarships, and payment plans available. The deadline for registration for this is January 7th, and our beloved Theresa is the teacher. Wednesdays, in my time away in this 6 months, Wednesdays have been such a great time of connection for me, and Jim Grove has given us the opportunity to join circles. You simply read an article from the Science of Mind. It's a comfortable discussion group, and it gives us an opportunity to come together and connect during the week. You get a free 6-month digital version of the Science of Mind magazine. And you can send Jim an email by clicking the button at the bottom of the newsletter and let him know you're interested in becoming part of this group. Please know, as always, prayer support is our power. You can request a prayer through prayer@cslculturalcoast.org. You can call any one of the 12 spiritual practitioners, the power group here in this beloved community. And let's see, all 12 of us are listed on the newsletter as well. I am here today as your spiritual practitioner. I am here to pray with you for any of your needs. And I will be so happy and honored to share prayer with you. Theresa?
So just a note that 2 weeks ago, the very end of our month on healing, where I shared the story of Dr. Enos, right? That's Ethy's brother. So that was Ethy's story sharing with us. So you know she's a powerful one. I just quickly wanted to say that convention is in February, the Centers for Spiritual Living annual convention, and it's going to be in Charleston this year. So it's February 19th through 22nd in Charleston. And because it rarely is on the East Coast, it's usually a California thing or a Colorado thing, I really would love for us to take advantage of that and go. We already have 6 people that I know are interested. We needed 3 to get a group rate, so we got that. And if we pay collectively together before I'd like to do it before the end of the month. They're giving us till the 9th of January, but I will tell you, I'm not going to wait that long. But at least if you let me know by the end of the month, we'll pay your registration fee, which until then is $500. You're going to pay us back, but we'll do it as a group, so we get that group discount. And then you have your hotel room. But how fun would it be for us to caravan up to Charleston? And if you've never been to a convention, it's really an amazing event. The music is amazing. I don't know if it's as good as what we got right here, but it's amazing. So see me if you want some more information. And this Thursday, the information will be in the newsletter. All right.
The mosquitoes want me to play something where I'm dancing. So I want everyone, if you want to have something mystics like to do, probably is dance, I would assume. Speaking of, I have a band and we play around Sarasota all the time. I have a scanner that I bring here. You can take a picture on your smartphone and it'll lead you to all our sites. We have a website now called MatthewFrostBand.com, and then we have the Instagram at MatthewFrostBand. And we have the Facebook fan page now, which is we have like 500 people that have liked it now in about a month's time, and that's really good for us. And Facebook, Matthew Frost Band, and all that stuff. So come see the band sometime around. Look us up. We play all around Sarasota, St. Pete, Tampa. It's a 4-piece, and it's the kind of vibe that I'm putting out here, but with guitar, bass, drums, and piano. I lead the band, I sing and play piano. And I'm still at Art Ovation every Thursday night over there from, lately I've been doing like 7 to 11, a little bit of a later crowd. And I play the grand piano in there, which beats this hunk of plastic so much. It's a Steinway grand in there. And Thursdays are just really chill. So come check me out there solo. I do a lot of solo gigs too, but just always the band I play in, I'm really fortunate to have some mystics I play with, some of the best seasoned veterans from here, across the bridge to St. Pete, Tampa, just amazing musicians, and we just have the most fun when we play together. So come see that. If you want to dance to this, I'm gonna, because mosquitoes just adore me, so they're just all over me now, and it's because I'm supposed to dance around. Check this one out for a little holiday cheer for everyone, and I wish you the most warm holiday season, everyone. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh wait, that's not good. Let me get a little, there we go. Charlie Brown moves coming.